And you can all start the applause when I say so for the wonderful Debbie Holt. Are you ready for that belper? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, clap, work, cheer, welcome Debbie Holt!
I'll just move that out of the way, I don't want to block your view. Oh, good evening, this is lovely, isn't it? I'm glad I made an effort. I've done my hair, done my face, I put a posh frock on, matching underwear, always matching underwear. I can see there's some silver foxes, but don't worry, I am fully aware that there's more chance of a medical emergency than me pulling tonight. I'm from up north. A little village just outside Manchester. It's called Rochdale. But for them that don't know, it's famous for Gracie Fields, Lisa Stansfield, grooming gangs. And I had an idyllic childhood, smoking, drinking, underage sex, you know, all that stuff. And it would have been perfect, but my mum were barking mad. She were absolutely crackers, totally obsessed with the weight. Yeah, she's a proper yo-yo dieter. I'll give you an example. 1980, she were Northwest Slimmer a year. 1981, she were Face of Greg's. I just used to laugh at her, but it stopped being funny when she got obsessed with me. She had me at Weight Watchers when I was 11. Is that even legal? You know, and if I lost weight, we stopped at Chippy on my own. But it did give me a complex. You know, I wouldn't swim, I wouldn't wear a bathing suit, and it went on for years. And then just recently I thought, oh, for God's sake, get a grip. And I went swimming. Oh my God, it was wonderful. Life-changing, exhilarating. And you know what the best bit were? My tits floated. Magnificent. Magnificent, I tell you. But I know you're looking at me, you're thinking, what's this old bird up to? Well, as we get grey, as we get old, we start to get invisible. I don't want to fade away. I want to go out screaming and shouting. Well, so I set myself challenges. I've wrote a book. I've been on the chase. Bradley Walsh is lovely and I didn't win. No. I have played live at Glastonbury. I strung my ukulele in the car park and I'm having that. But my biggest challenge... My biggest challenge is I've been married 36 years.
36 times.
36. Yeah. Met and married within a year. He proposed to me at Bobby Ball's nightclub. Do you remember Bobby Ball, Rock on Tommy? It's not been cancelled, has it? Because I'd hate to change this joke. No. So, yeah, he got down on one knee. Now, after all these years, I can't be 100% sure that he weren't just tying his shoelace. But I took it as a proposal, and I had that wedding book by Monday. Yeah. But he does love me. I mean, he's almost told me once. But he's not come here tonight. He's not here to support me. No, he says that this is my midlife crisis. I'm too old for a midlife crisis. If this were midlife, I'd have to live to be 124. But we do love each other, we do. He calls me Delightful Deborah, isn't that nice? Delightful Deborah. I call him my sex machine. No, sorry, I call him a fucking tool. But it's changed, you know. When I met him, he had a narrow waist and a broad mind. That's changed. But just recently, he's been like socially awakened. He's really angry with the government. What's happened is the government has reduced men's alcohol intake from 21 units down to 14. Do you know that? And he's done the maths. That's 7 units a week. 350 units a year, and he figures that's 70 pints. The government has stolen 70 pints from you men, yeah? And he's livid. He's joined a protest group. Men Against Restricted Drinking Institute. Mardy for short. And all them Mardy men are going to march. And all them Mardy men, you can join them if you want, they're all going to march to London and demand what has been taken be returned. Now, do you know what? I feel quite proud of him. I'm proud that he's recognised the social injustice. I'm proud that he's seen her wrong and he wants to put it right. But then I found out the real reason. You not ticked him off, you not pushed him over the edge. He was saving them 70 pints for a stag do in Benidorm. But I've changed. When I met him, it was all high heels and push-up bras. I mean, the first night I met him, my boots were pushed that high that they were level with his nose. His chat-up line was, "Can I nuzzle in your bosom?" What's all that about? I still took him home, you know. But you know, now it's all about comfort. Flat shoes, big knickers, comfort bra. Let's be honest about it. Woo! Comfort bras are amazing. They just hold everything in place. Just not the place they used to be. But I used to spend a fortune on perfumes. I loved perfumes. And back then it was Lulu. I don't know if anybody remembers Lulu. Oh my God, it was so strong. You could smell me before I walked into the room. Now I spend as much money on air fresheners so you don't smell me when I leave. But with age, you know, you get problems, you know. And I have to be honest, I've got terrible gas. I do. Terrible gas. I mean, I'll never ever die of natural causes. It'll be methane poisoning or I'll spontaneously combust. But I feel quite comfortable with you guys and I'd like to share something with you, something that I never usually tell anybody. I hope you don't mind. My name's Debbie and I'm an absolute shit driver. Absolute crap. And I know that's stereotypical and it's like, oh, the woman can't drive. I really can't. And I can't parallel park, I can't reverse, and I've got no sense of direction. And it's not something that's deteriorated over years. It's just never improved. Never. Terrible. But, and this is the big but, I've passed my driving test 3 times. I have 3 driving licenses. How is that possible, you ask? Let me tell you. The first time I was a teenager, my friend said, wear your work clothes, it'll make you look a bit older, you know, when you go for your test. So I wore my nurse's uniform. Yeah, I passed. I don't know if he appreciated my career choice or if he was just an old pervert, but I passed. The second time, I lived in America. Everyone in America thinks we all know each other, all these people in little old England. And yeah, I kind of let him believe that I did know his Auntie Jean in Epping Forest. Passed. Third time, I was living in Malta. Tiny little Mediterranean island full of lunatics, overpopulated. Yeah. If you put your bin out an hour early, you get an on-the-spot €100 fine. But drink driving is considered culturally acceptable. I passed my test there because I was sober. Yeah. But there's always something as we're getting older, there's always something. And I went to the doctor's, I had tonsillitis, and as she's looking down my throat, she said, I think you could do with a colonoscopy. I thought, how far down can she see? So I went to the hospital, I was doing the consent form, you know, all the ways I can die, all the things that can go wrong. And then he said, and you may experience sexual arousal. I thought, that's weird. So anyway, I'm in the hospital, I'm on my left-hand side. Has anybody else had colonoscopy? Hey! Bit of a pain in the arse, isn't it? Hey. So I'm on the left-hand side, he's got the camera up there, he's having a good look around. Then he leant over and he said to me, are you all right? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. And then I said, but I'm not sexually aroused yet. He said, don't worry about it, dear, I am. And she cringed a little. But you know, we've been married 36 years and I've got 2 girls. I mean, when they were teenagers, they were absolutely wild. They were feral. I mean, they were awful. They made me ill. They seriously made me ill. I mean, all that alcohol, all them drugs, staying, you know, all night partying. And that was just me to get me through their teenage years. But now they've got teenagers of their own. And that, you know what that's called? Payback. Payback. I stopped at one of the daughters on the way in. And she was screaming and shouting at the oldest grandchild, screaming at her to clean her bedroom. So she runs upstairs, and then she's back down in 5 minutes. I thought she's not coming out of the room in 5 minutes. No way. So I go upstairs to check. I go in, the room's done. I thought, wow, everything's under bed, isn't it? I thought everything's pushed under bed. I thought, I'm not mental. She'll go absolutely mental. So I start pulling stuff out, empty bottle of vodka. She's only 13. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. She's drinking. Gets down more and more. Packet of cigarettes. Oh my God, I can't believe it. She's smoking. right at the back of the bed, packet of condoms. Oh, I thought, God, I can't believe it, she's got a penis. But I just want to tell you, I do this madness and craziness because it makes me feel alive. It makes me feel relevant, it makes me feel me. Now, my husband is jealous of that statement. I said, go and find something that makes you feel like that. He said, I think I'll be a Morris dancer. I thought, crack on with that then. So he goes down to Village Hall and all the Morris men are there and there's a big long table and he sat at the table. And he said it was like an interview panel. And they were asking him questions. Do you drink real ale? Are you free bank holiday Mondays? Do you own an anorak? They let him try the bells on, he did some stamping around. They even let him have a handkerchief. They said he had amazing wrist action. No comment. Amazing. And then the main man said, I've just got one final question. My husband says, okay. He said, are you circumcised? My husband says, actually, yes, I am. The man shuts the book. He said, your application is not successful. Well, my husband says, why? I answered the questions, I tried the bells on, I had great wrist action. He said, no, you don't meet the criteria. He said, you have to be a complete prick to be a Morris dancer. And